Hi, I'm Gabby Kaplan-Mayer, and I direct Whole Community Inclusion for Jewish Learning Venture. And I am so excited to be here with my friend and colleague, Suzanne Gold, from Ohev Shalom of Bucks County. And Suzanne, can you share with us a little bit about what you do as the inclusion coordinator?
Well, I would, Gabby, and thank you for inviting me. Actually, my
pleasure.
real title this year is called Inclusion Facilitator.
Ooh.
Because we look at it as facilitating for everybody to come, and no matter what your challenges are, and we like to be the big umbrella of inclusion. Mm-hmm. So I am the Inclusion Facilitator. I work very closely with the school, with Barbara Glickman, and trying to make sure that every child can participate at their level, at their comfort level, and there are no obstacles. And I also work with the rest of the congregation. Our new passion besides interfaith is really the aging population, and working with that and making sure that everybody, no matter young and old, whatever your challenges are, you can participate and you are welcomed at OHEV.
And we're gonna put a link to the website at Ohev Shalom of Bucks County. So if you want to reach Suzanne, you can reach her. And you also run a really cool program that we began at Rosh Hashanah, where I'm a teacher, called Celebrations. And you guys have had so much success with it.
And you've been a visitor every year. We love having you.
I love coming. Can you share a little bit about what you do there?
Celebration is a very dear passion of mine. It is a program that meets once a month, every Shabbat, once a month on Shabbat morning, for children that are differently abled, from autism to physically handicapped to mental challenges. And we have an hour and a half of song and tefillah and activity and crafts, and we focus on various Jewish holidays and customs that are timely. Our first one of the season is actually September 15th. Excellent. We're celebrating the holidays of Tishrei. So it's always a wonderful time. We're always looking for new families to come, and we even have a parent group where the parents have the opportunity to talk with a psychiatrist, and and we have guest speakers as you've come.
I can't wait to be there in December. It's such a warm, welcoming community for anyone who's looking for a program like that for your kids. Check it out. So today I invited Suzanne here to talk about Rosh Hashanah with me because we're less than a week away. We're a few days away.
Very exciting.
And I'm not only an educator, I'm a mom of a 15-year-old son on the spectrum and who has an intellectual disability. So I know that personally thinking about coming to synagogue can be challenging, and thinking about the best ways to celebrate Rosh Hashanah as a family has taken certainly some trial and error on our part. And so Suzanne and I wanted to share some ideas for families and for educators. So Suzanne, I was thinking about like a multi-sensory approach. If your child, has an intellectual disability or really struggles to understand the synagogue service, what are some ways that you might introduce Rosh Hashanah?
Well, one of the things, because it's the beginning of the school year, and everything is new, everybody's starting, and they're bombarded with lots of things. One of the things I would really suggest would even perhaps going to take a visit to the synagogue if you're going, to look at the surroundings and get familiar. Maybe you can meet one of the clergy as they're scurrying around getting ready for the days of awe, and seeing what the room is like, and maybe they could take the Torah out. And so that's one way. Another way is perhaps taking out some of the objects that you're going to see. The Kiddush cup. You might have the apples, the honey, the shofar, the kippah. And you can even make games, file games that kids are matching, that help them to be familiarized with what is going to happen and what to expect. Because the expectation would eliminate some of the problems.
I love that so much, Suzanne, and especially your emphasis on the objects of what we'll use at home, because it's not only the synagogue. So much of Judaism is being at home, having the apples and honey at home. And the challah, you doing some cooking with your kids, making the round challah. Going apple picking is something I've done with my family. I'm going to show you this. I know you use some of the great resources. They're free from Gateways in Boston.
Fabulous.
And we'll put the website up there. for kids who use visual symbols, if you're going to do the apple and honey blessing at home, you can have the visual symbols and with the shofar blessings, etc.
Now, a little something else to add to it, which I use with the kids at Hebrew school. If you have a child that is beginning to learn Hebrew, and these activities are for all ages, what I do is I put the Hebrew right above it. So they're learning to recognize key Hebrew words when they're saying the blessings. So then you can make it into file games. So you're learning inferential learning at the same time.
I love that.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to share with you, Suzanne, that you can use and everyone out there can use, on our JKid Philly website, we have a playlist of Rosh Hashanah music.
Yeah.
And for many of our kids, music is a connection. And so start now. Play those songs. Just go on the website you can click on, and that'll get the kids ready.
And even on Spotify.
That's what our playlist is.
Oh,
it is.
Okay,
It's
Spotify. It's great.
Yep,
Oh, it's
we've
fabulous.
got our JKid Philly Rosh Hashanah Spotify playlist.
Oh, it's great. Great.
Yeah.
It's a great location. And that's really good because music is the key. And it gets them familiar with the music. And it's also a calming effect.
Yes.
And it's wonderful. I'll have to go check it out. I didn't realize Jake at Philly did it too.
It does. And of course, all of your kids in the Philadelphia area can sign up for PJ Library with us. If kids are older than age 8 but have a developmental disability, they can keep on getting PJ Library books.
Right.
And so hopefully you've gotten your Rosh Hashanah books. If you aren't signed up and you need some help, just contact me. But I love some of the books really deal with repetition, like Sammy Spider's First Rosh Hashanah, and so getting your books out, if you've collected PJ over the years, can be another good way to help the kids get ready for the holiday.
And also, which is really nice, because Sammy Spider, you see him many holidays.
Yep.
So that's a good reoccurring theme. So they're familiar, because you don't want to have it with a holiday and then it's gone. You want it part of them. You want them to embrace Judaism and to really enjoy it and make it their own. Because that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
What else do you have
Well,
here?
okay.
You have so many other things.
What was fun, which is wonderful. There's wonderful websites out there. And when you talk about music, there's a new program that I just found out was JewishLearningMatters.org.
Yes.
And that you have to
We'll
go
put
look
the
at.
link up.
That one is
We'll
amazing.
put the link up.
Just amazing.
Lots of great music
Great
there.
music. It even has crafts, and it has a lot of things, text. So that was very good, and that's important, because you want to make it real. The other thing that is good.
This is beautiful, Suzanne. Can I hold one up?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
A couple of them.
You made that. I know you made that.
Yes, I did.
What is it?
Okay, when families come to celebrations, and if you would like to come, please look us up. And I always have a booklet to go home for the families, for them to practice what is going on. So I did a little bit of research. So it's celebrations at OHEV, and I do a booklet every month and to match the theme. So this one, of course, is Rosh Hashanah. And I have a welcoming packet, and then I have
some of the blessings.
I have some of the blessings.
Some
I have
awesome.
I have many of the blessings. I have the Shekianu. I have the blessing for the shofar, which we'll talk about in a minute. The fact about Yom Tov, the holidays, and then what I have are some stories, social stories. Social stories is an excellent tool for families to have the conversation about what to expect. And all the things that you're going to see about the shofar, and there's stories about that. There's even stories about going to the temple. Some children, remember, this has been a long time since the summer. A lot of kids haven't been to synagogue, haven't been to shul. So now there's a new expectation and what is expected. And you're going to see all these people, not what they're used to seeing in their day schools. So you're going to see that. You're going to see a lot of people, and the services are long. And you want to have things that the families can help the child so they can sit through the service so it's enjoyable for everybody. You want them to take away and enjoy it.
Can I, speaking of that, can I share a few quiet things?
Yes.
So a few things you can use quietly to play. So if your child has fidgets that they use at home or school, there's so many that are quiet, that aren't distracting, that they can just hold in their hand, right? Make sure you pack your bag, parents, to help the child be there in the sanctuary. This is a weight Feel that, Suzanne.
Yeah,
So that for some kids having a bit of weight, whether it's
Excellent.
a weighted vest, a weighted
Yeah.
blanket, or just something like this.
That's
that
excellent.
you could hold squishy.
Right.
This is some building blocks. Again, that these are little. These would be for kids who have more fine motor
motors,
control. But
gives them
something quiet
for
that
them
you
to
can do.
occupy, and they can hear the service. At OHEB, we put together an accessibility card for just that reason. We have a card designed with fidgets, things they can squeeze, things that you
That's
can
awesome.
putty.
Yep.
We even have.
We love the putty.
We love the putty. We have cushions for some just for sitting, so that rocking, so that they feel comfortable. One of the things, because you hear the chauffeur being blown, we have some headphones.
Noise canceling headphones.
Yeah,
that's such a great idea.
Yeah, so we have that to help them, so that they can experience seeing and hearing the chauffeur being blown, which is such a treat. And they can be part.
It can be overwhelming for some kids.
It can be overwhelming. And so you want to have things that make it easy. But parents, I would suggest, take a little packet of things for them to do.
Including food and snacks.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what is nice, a lot of synagogues have special services, family services, that anybody can participate. I know at OHEB we have one.
At Mishkan too.
Yes, and we're very excited about our person that is coming. So I'm with song, and so that's another opportunity that you can find a service that it's geared for a family service, that a lot of excitement and movement is part of the program.
And I always say, even if you feel like your child, you look on the website and the service is an hour, and you know your child could sit for 20 or 25 minutes, come. It's totally okay to walk out when they've had enough.
We have a great saying we say at OHEB: come when you can and leave when you must.
Yep.
And it's great. And so it's fabulous to let the child to experience. You want to make it a family experience. And even the family dinners, when everybody's there, and
which can be overwhelming.
File games, board games that are matching are really good things for the child to play with, to occupy them, to be part of the experience, the family experience.
Suzanne, can I show you one more thing?
Yes.
So on our JKid Philly website, under Rosh Hashanah resources, we made these simple cards that you can download and print, and they become postcards. Another way that families could participate, we have this wonderful tradition of sending cards. Well, my son doesn't have the fine motor control to color finely, but he loves to use markers or dot paints.
The dots.
And has made beautiful cards, and then we can send them to family and friends. And it's just a really sweet way to involve all kinds of kids.
One of the fun things, you talked about going to apple orchards, but the apple season is now quickly upon us.
Yes,
There's all these varieties of apples. And that's also fun for the kids to taste and to see them, the different colors and sorting. So that's also fun as part of the season. It's just a wonderful time of the year to celebrate a new year.
And Suzanne, I just want to add, as we're talking about synagogue, I also really encourage parents, if you're not sure, if you have questions about going to your synagogue service, one thing, for example, that's come up is in many synagogues, you have to stand in a line to register with tickets or something. If there's a certain accommodation you need, and your child can't wait in that line, please call now. Let them know. I found that synagogues really want to support families.
Absolutely. It's right on at OHEB Shlom's website. They tell us if you have any concerns, any special requests, please let us know. Yeah. Synagogues want to know. They want to help you. They're offering. They want to invite everybody.
So don't hesitate.
Please don't, because sometimes your suggestion might help somebody else.
So true.
And you just don't realize it. And that's important. We need to have the conversation that everybody's welcome.
So all of the websites that Suzanne has mentioned and that I've shared, we're going to post up here so you can find everything.
Oh, yeah.
Suzanne, you brought so much. Is there anything else before we close
we
that
have
you wanted to share?
Activities. You can also have your child even make little chauffeurs.
Oh, that's a fun activity.
It is a fun activity, and it's also fun, and it helps them to be part of it, and they can have their own, because that's that sensory with their lips. You want them engaged. You want them to, it isn't just reading reading a book. You want them to really be immersed and to do things, and make it their own. Start new traditions with your family, and make a Kiddush cup. So when you say Kiddush over the challah, that your child has their own Kiddush cup.
That's lovely.
So you want to make it your own. You want to make start new family traditions. It's a
Yeah.
new year.
It's a new year.
So let's make a new tradition.
I love that.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing all these great
thank you
ideas
for
and
including it.
resources, Suzanne.
Yeah, my
It's
pleasure.
amazing. And like I said, I'm here anytime for parents and educators. Suzanne is one of our amazing consultants who will do training
Yes.
for schools.
Yes.
So please reach out to us with your questions and with the kind of professional development you might want for staff, those of you who are educators. And we look forward to seeing you in the new year. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.